Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, the video companion for Astrology.com, or maybe it's welcome back if you've settled into the community. Speaking of settling in, this is the fourth video of my Ascendant series, and it will focus on Cancer, the sign of home and family. Cancer is represented by the crab, with her pincers at the ready and claws wrapped around her protectively. Cancer is a water sign and a cardinal sign, so their reputation as a crybaby is wholly unearned in my opinion, though I can understand the motivation behind the thought. First, we'll start with Cancer's expression through feminine features. They have round faces, specifically at the jawline. They also have prominent cheeks that cause soft eye creases. This is mirroring the moon, the luminary that rules Cancer. The moon's features are also expressed in their round faces, those big eyes, and their glowing complexions that make their skin look translucent. They have a fairly straight eyebrow ridge, framing their wide round eyes. Like I mentioned earlier, those eyes look like they're looking directly into your soul because sometimes they are. They also have smaller bell-shaped heads, though they sport larger foreheads. They also tend to have more square chins. You can see this especially with Adele and Margot here. It's not as prominent with Megan, but maybe if we look at her straight on, it would be. As for the men, they share some of that squareness of the face with their counterparts. They have small, square heads, as you can see with everyone here except Mark. Their skulls are very cuboid. Their noses are cut pretty short, and they're typically wide at the bottom as compared to their bridges. This is especially apparent for all these men except Mark. You can see that their bridges are rather normal looking, but the bottom of their nose flares out more than proportionally normal. They have small eyes that have heavily folded lids as opposed to the larger eyes of their feminine counterpart. These eyes sit under a low brow ridge, which they share with their sister sign Capricorn. Their cheekbones are very prominent, but they're coming out of relatively flat faces, so they come just under the eyes. This video is brought to you by me. I am the astrologer behind Astrochiron.com, the one-stop shop for all astrological readings, articles, horoscopes, and art. I have a free ask feature that you can use for quick questions that I will respond to via blog post. Readings range from $25 to $200, whether you want 3 questions answered in detail, all the way to a thorough hour-long or more reading for me personally via phone or video chat, discussing your entire natal chart, the aspects within it, and each planet's placement. The first 20 subscribers to this channel will gain access to all 20 plus written and live readings at a 40% off discount. Again, that's astrochiron.com, ASTRO-CHIRON.com. Don't forget the hyphen and join our community today. As for their lives, despite their beauty and charm, these natives tend to give off girl next door and nice guy vibes. They're very down to earth. For example, Adele always displays her rather casual personality in several interviews. The way she tells stories and connects with people, she just seems like what they call a girl's girl. All accounts of Megan, all reputable accounts of Megan, discuss her ability to make others feel comfortable, heard, and important when she's speaking to them. I read Prince Harry's biography Spare, and this is also something he touted. Of course, she is his wife, and there's that bias there, but I believe him. Markiplier is also a philanthropist and focuses on animal rescue. And there's Rami and Pedro, who both give a very down-to-earth, calming energy in their interviews, very chill vibes. In fact, the 3 of them all kind of remind me of one another in their countenances. Next, they all seem to have prominent relationships with their mothers. The moon represents our mother's place in our lives, and the moon, being their ruling planet, would place their moms as a central figure in their lives. For example, there was a story about Margot paying off her mother's mortgage, which isn't terribly odd for a wealthy person, but having basically raised Margot by herself, they have a very enduring bond to this day. Doria Ragland, who is Megan's mother, is very close with her very famous daughter. She went through the same media assault that Megan went through, and you always saw pictures of them sticking together. Lastly, Pedro took his mother's surname for his professional name, honoring her in that way. Of course, there is the other hand, like, for example, Lil Nas X faced public backlash when his mother was seen publicly suffering from homelessness and addiction issues. Of course, none of that is on him, but it does show the heavily felt presence of the mother in their lives. This is a genuinely funny placement. They have an equal balance of softness and humor in their demeanor. This is something I can always give credit to the moon for, as the moon deals with our emotions. It also deals with who we are on the inside, allowing for natural humor to emerge more readily. So, for example, Kiki's sense of humor has maintained her status in the industry for going on 2 decades now. And even in those few moments where she isn't publicly working on a project, you can still find her posting on TikTok or as a meme in any online conversation. Adele has also found herself at the center of a couple of different memes, from her unexpected burst of humors at her shows to her live streams during the lockdown portion of this pandemic. Lil Nas X reportedly got his first taste of stardom as a stan account for Nicki Minaj, indicating his comfort with online jokes and internet meme culture. Finally, these natives are fiercely protective of their families and loved ones, through activism, hard work, or even by fighting for them in various forms. In a more community-driven sense, Margot produced and starred in Barbie, which describes itself as a fiercely feminist movie and has sparked a lot of discussion on the patriarchy. Meghan and Harry also work with multiple different charities that also focus on mental health, a matter very dear to them both. Additionally, Rami has teamed up with activists to help ease Middle Eastern stereotypes in America. And that is how you spot every Cancer Ascendant in your life. Bonus points if you spot them with their moms. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, whether you're new here, you've been following me for a while on various social media, or you come directly from TikTok. Either way, thank you. Stay tuned for Leo Ascendant, as that is obviously coming up next in the series. So if you're a Leo and you want everyone to know it, drop a comment down there in the comment section. And after you do that, like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications to keep up with the community. In the meantime, you can visit astrochiron.com for frequent updates, from horoscopes to articles to astrology news.